and you took mine, saying, hey bro, I got your back.
Indie Music Live, episode 204. What's up, everybody? I'm JoeJoeKeys, and I need a haircut, and I need a shave. Anybody can help me out with that? Let me know. I can shave myself. I'm getting dirty. But anyway, welcome to the show tonight. We got music by Matt Westin, a review that came out on the website recently. We've been listening to this guy's music for a couple of years now, here in country music. And you're going to like him. He's got that nice, deep country voice. And then featured artist Iris Marlowe from Chi-Town hanging out with us. She's in the green room. We'll be talking to her in just a couple minutes. And then Saul City, free submission off the website with their song Shivers. Oh, Dave, how you doing?
Yeah, kind of a serendipitous moment going on here because we just posted the featured artist blog on the website about Kendall Rux, and we have another dream pop artist with us, really dreamy, sultry singer with us in the same vein. So with the same influences. Too, huh? And yes, I'm just like slicking it back. That's out of control.
I'm just going to order some clippers and just be done with it already.
Flobies
yeah,
are like selling like hotcakes.
That's what I did in college. So anyway, let's go ahead and check out our first song of the evening, Hey Bro, by Matt Westin. He's on the website a couple of times, so check it out. Let us know what you think. We'll be right back. Hit it, Rob.
You and me go back to those young hell-raising days. Wasn't a rule we didn't break, just a couple of rowdy renegades. When we blew it up, tore it down like Jesse James had come back around. Getting caught, getting high, I took your blame and you took mine, saying, hey bro, I got your back. Dare anybody to go jacking with that? No, hey bro, I know you got mine, yeah. Some things run thicker than a bloodline. Got you covered, my brother, from another mother. Down any back road you might go. Hey oh, hey oh, hey oh, hey oh, hey oh, hey oh. Hey bro, hey oh, hey oh, hey oh. Gotta say, beats me how we made it through alive, but here we are, living the life a little bit smarter, but we're slight sometimes. So we go for broke, pay the cost. Always said we were cut out of the same cloth. Some things never change, and here's one more that's still the same. Hey bro, I got your back. Dare anybody to go jacking with that? No, hey bro, I know you got mine, yeah. Some things run thicker than a bloodline. Got you covered, my brother, from another mother. Down in a back road you might go. Hey oh, hey oh, hey oh, hey oh, hey oh, hey oh.
You know, we don't have much country on this show, country music that is, and if it makes it on the show, you know it's pretty high quality stuff. I grew up in Indiana myself, and I got into country music for about 5 minutes just because I had some friends that I hung out with that liked it, and I went to a Tim McGraw show. I'm not gonna lie. So as you know, I have some of this newer like pop country that's out there. You know, I'm not really big in it, but I think I've always had some respect for Matt Westin because he's got some good old country boy tunes.
Absolutely. I want to read something for you guys. Like, for this tune, you don't have to wait for that ever important hook and chorus. Some artists make you wait for it, and that's cool. But sometimes you need to come out kicking ass and let everyone know what they'll be humming in their heads. That is a JoeJoeKeys quote. That was from the blog post, and I agree with that because that's what's going on here. And I also agree that this is probably his best tune that he's sent across to us. We've listened to a few of his. What's also new is some rock elements in this one, which I like. This one it's rock, and I think it works well with his voice and his style, and especially this song in particular. So yeah, this was rocking, man. This is
funny.
cool.
I was gonna mention too, like, why do I always feel like I'm listening to like a Bon Jovi song when I hear his music?
Well, I mean,
You know
it's
what I
starting to bleed into, it's starting to bleed into kind of a rock type of category. But yeah, with his style of voice, I think there's always going to be that, country flavor to it. So.
All right, so no panel guests tonight. I don't know if anybody knows that. It was just me and Dave, but we did happen to get our featured artist to change the night for us. So otherwise, I was going to cancel the show, just to be honest with you. But Iris came through for us, so it's just not me and Dave. It's real boring when it's just me and Dave. So Iris, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, thanks. Good to have you here. We talked a few months back, and here we are. Time goes by fast, doesn't it?
Yeah, I appreciate you guys for having me on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're in Chicago and
Yes.
Hunkered down, it looks like. And
Yes,
so
I am.
Give us a little bit of an elevator pitch if I was walking down the street and had my mask on, of course, and was
6 feet away.
Yeah. Look, hey Iris, how you doing? So I was like, hey Iris, you do music. What's it like? Tell me about it. And you give me your little spiel here.
All right. Well, hi, everybody. I'm Iris Marlowe. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I mostly make dream pop, kind of country and folk music. I've been playing guitar for about 10 years now, and I just released my second record, and it kind of has more folk kind of sounds to it. And I will be working on a third album, hopefully when this is all done, and it's going to be authentic, like old country.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Cool. So tell us just briefly about Need Me, and then we'll take a listen and come back and get deeper with Dave.
So Need Me is a song I wrote the day before recording the second album. And I wrote it just kind of about how you want to be that kind of person that people can rely on, even if you can't rely on them. And I featured an amazing violinist. Her name's Hannah Watson on the track. And yeah, I wanted it to have a nice winter kind of sound, but I think it has a somber tone for these times too. But yeah, that's Need Me.
Sweet. So hang tight. We'll take a listen to Iris with Need Me, and we'll come back and get deeper with Dave.
Yep.
Something at all cost, just to always be let down by those who aren't around, unless if they need me. Out to you with love. I reached out, it wasn't enough. But the hand, but I'll stick my ground, even when your intentions are found. If you need me.
All right. It's always nice to have a fellow Chicago homie in the house. How
Yes.
you doing, Iris?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, we were reminiscing about the old stomping grounds before the show.
Best city in the world, honestly.
Yeah. It was a hell of a time when I was there. First thing I wanted to go over the recording process. I mean, there's some really nice layers going on here. Nice texture. I
Thank
obviously
you.
the guitar was mic'd. I'm assuming
Yep.
is that
Yes,
was that
it was.
did you also go direct or is it mic'd only?
It was mic'd only.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that comes across, and I love that just natural flavor to it.
I
So you
did
got
too.
you got the violin, and then you got the piano going on. So was that like, how was that mic'd? I'm just curious.
So it was, weirdly enough, me and my sound engineer, we didn't originally hear piano in it, and he just sat down on this like piano that was in the studio, and he just put a microphone next to it, and that, like, one take, he just kind of came up with those chords. And
Oh
I don't
wow,
know,
really?
it was kind of a wonderful little accident, kind of. I think
Yeah,
we
I
were
think
working on
so.
another song too,
I
so it
think
wasn't even
so. Yeah.
intentional.
I think that added just some nice elements to the flavor. But so obviously, like you were saying before the show, like your personal influences, like your singing style, that kind of dreamy delivery. We're talking about Lana
Mm-hmm.
Del Rey and Fiona Apple. I mean, I was thinking of the Civil Wars. Have you ever heard them?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yeah. So that's and I'm glad you said folk, because that band, I think they won like 4 or 5 Grammys for in the folk category about 10 years ago. And they just had that like violin melody, and just the melodies they use. It was just, it really drew you in, and I felt you kind of touching on that a little. And it was that type of flavor that I think separates you from the influences that you mentioned, and makes your sound kind of unique and your own and everything. But after your little intro, now you're thinking about country. So what's up with that? You're like genre hopping. What's going on with that?
So I grew up on a farm, and I grew up on like Johnny Cash, like all like June Carter, like all the old country music.
Yeah.
And like I love country music, and it's something I have country songs on each record that are kind of just like one-off, kind of random songs that don't make sense for the sound of the record. But I've been writing a lot of country songs, and I just wanted to make kind of authentic country music that my grandpa would listen to, and just kind of reminiscent of that style.
Okay.
And probably, of course, we'll have some like folk influences as well. But I don't know. I don't really want to stick to one genre, because I like all kinds of music. So
yeah, I mean, you mentioned Fleetwood Mac and the Beach Boys in your bio, so that's cool. So, I mean, do you have a group of people that can play all these parts for a live performance?
So typically, for most of my shows, I play by myself, but I do have other musicians that, when they're available, can usually come in and play with me too.
Yeah, so I'm like, man, I don't. If I was seeing you live, I wouldn't want the violin and piano just ripped out of it, because it's such a.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, but so I guess what's going on in Chicago, just in terms of the live music scene and the outlook for shows right now? What's going on there?
Well, right now we're staying at home until June as of today, or a couple days ago. But so for live shows, it's kind of mostly all the people I know in the community we're kind of doing live streams and kind of hosting little shows where we invite people to play on like Instagram or Facebook. So that's kind of what the foreseeable future is. I did have an album release show for this album that came out, but unfortunately, due to all that, all the stuff that's happening, it's going to be rescheduled in the future, but I don't know when specifically. So
are you gonna do Elbow Room?
Well, unfortunately, Elbow Room closed a couple of months ago, but I did get to play a couple of shows there, and yeah. But
like they closed for good?
Yeah, they got bought.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Wow, that's painful to hear.
It is very painful.
That's got to be, geez, like 35 years or 40.
Yeah, but we've relocated to a new venue. Kind of, we brought those folks from that venue over, so
what's the new one called?
It's Hidden Shamrock. So it's run by Dave, who ran the Elbow Room and stuff, but he's just at a different place now.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so the website is irismarlowe.com. IRISMARLOWE, Iris Marlowe. We are going to move on. It was such a pleasure to chat with you. Stick
Thank you for
around.
having me.
Yeah, we'll hang out a little after. And but we're going to get to the next tune, Rob, if you're ready. I believe it's Saul City, and the song is called Shivers. Some electronica, trance type of stuff going on. Check it out. Let's do this.
Shivers crawling up my spine, my skin untouched. Let our eyes speak tonight, we'll give it up. Shivers crawling up your spine, oceans collide. Watch them collide, nerves flashing loudly under me. Seen everything I'm experiencing is dancing around in circles in my eyes. Breathe on my lips, I'll give it up. Breathe on my lips, and I said, ooh, what you made me feel. Look what you made me do. Now there's no self-control. I'm losing it all. Look what you made me feel. Look what you made me do. There is no self-control. I am losing it all. I am losing it all. I am losing. Stranger than fiction, we are laughing, still not touching. Where is this going?
Like this trance type of mood music. I listen to a lot of this type of stuff. Took a while to kind of get going. You know, it was like about 45 seconds or so before it really started moving.
Snip that more in the middle.
Yeah, it's like, and that's what I was going to say is I encourage people to go, you know, look up this tune and listen to the full song, like the completion of the story of the song, because there's a lot of stuff going on there and it's great. I loved it. What do you think, man?
Yeah, I'm into this kind of stuff, definitely. You know, I should have snipped it more in the middle because I didn't give a good representation. So I don't really have too much to say. What I do have to say is when I get free submissions on the website, I go through and I listen to all of them, as long as it's, you know, something I don't have to download, like an MP3 or something. I don't know what.
Yeah.
But I go through and I listen to all of it. And this one was back in like late October, early November. So I mean, there's always a reason why I picked it to be on the show. You know what I mean? So it's like something that I thought
it
was
passed
cool,
the JoeJoeKeys test. I mean, that's powerful.
And I will.
Enough.
I'll listen. I don't even listen to the whole song. I can tell if I like it and want to have it on the show by listening to like a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I'll revisit it right before the show, of course, and make double check and make sure. But I have a whole months and months of submissions just sitting in my inbox. But since we only play 3 songs a show, one's the featured artist, one's a review that's already been on the website, and one is generally a free submission or a panel guest song. We don't get to all those, so there's some real gems in there.
Yeah, it's also a reminder to artists, like, keep sending your tunes in. But obviously, if you order like a service, like, you know, a promo or a review on the site, we're going to feature you every time if you do that.
In particular, reviews all get on the show.
Yep.
So any sanitization things you're gonna do tonight, Dave?
I was gonna wear my mask during the show, but I thought that would be
that's getting a little old now.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny like the first couple of days, but now that it's just normal life, it's like, okay.
Yeah, I walk to the grocery store every day. That's my routine in the morning. I just walk to the store, grab some stuff for the day, some food, and I've been tracking like the percentage of people that wear a mask. Like when it first started, there'd be like 1 or 2 people wear it. And then a couple weeks ago, it was probably like 90% of the people in the store was actually wearing. I'm like, because I don't personally. And I'm like, man, I guess I'm the crazy man now. Like they're looking at me like, oh God, he's insane.
You're going to kill us all.
Yeah. But is that how it is for you when you go to the store? Is it like 90% masks?
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, New York. Yeah, everybody freaked out right away, obviously. I mean, I'm not in New York City, but upstate New York, but still everybody was very conscious about everything, you know. Yeah, I mean, there was a couple times where I went to the store like once every 2 weeks and I wore gloves and a mask and a hat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because my wife's high risk, so we have to be extra careful. So
okay.
And really kind of so am I in a way, but not as high risk as her. But you know, so we have to be really careful about this. So we're pretty much just staying in our house.
Cool.
I don't wear a mask when I go out for a walk though. I think that's
I don't. Okay, all right. I'm glad you said that, dude. This is what I don't understand.
Yeah.
I'll be driving by someone. Yeah. They're wearing a mask in the fucking car. Like what does that do?
I know. I mean,
like they won't even pull it down while they're in the car to breathe better, and then when they get out of the car, they can slide it up. They just leave it on.
Safe, but you know, like when we go for a walk or something, like obviously we don't live in New York City, so it's like I said, it's different. In New York City, I'd probably wear a mask because there's just so many people, even when people are staying home. But where I live, you know, we can walk around our neighborhood. It's a mid-sized city, so we can walk around our neighborhood. But you know, if we're walking towards somebody, you have to like be like, am I gonna go? Like, am I gonna cross?
Yeah, people. Yeah, you're kind of Some people are like totally freaked out. Like if you're approaching them on the sidewalk, they just go way off, and they're like, yeah, it's crazy times, dude.
All right. So any final words tonight, sir?
That was it, man. All
right. We got a bunch of new reviews coming out as we've been keeping up with those lately. So if you have one you're waiting for, it's coming soon. We're not as far behind as we used to be on the reviews. Featured artist write-ups, though, those are coming. They're going to be all at once. Just wait. It's for that one person that pays attention. All right. Rob Hix, Hixvideo, Hixvideo, hanging out with us, providing professional live stream production services in these times of need. If you need help with any of that stuff, make sure you get in touch with them. And we'll catch you next Monday. Peace.
Peace out.
You and me go back to those young hell-raising days. Wasn't a rule we didn't break. Just a couple of rowdy renegades when we blew it up, tore it down.